Alrighty. Here we go. We're doing Spice City. This is going to... Let me lower the music, because the music is actually being a little irksome. Session 4. The team has finally gotten their classes, and we're going to see what happens afterwards. They do owe a debt to the Adventuring Guild that they're not fully aware of. But if you guys want to introduce yourselves again in your classes, that's cool.
Is there more debt?
Yeah, this is a debt it just keeps coming back up. You already know how it is. Let's start up with...
Be an outlaw?
Let's start up with DJ.
What's up? It's DJ Excelente.
Excelente. You might
And
know
I'll be
DJ.
full soldier at your service.
Yeah. DJ's from the other game, as you might know. Fucking Feasting Hour. He is Isaac the Lynch.
Yep, that's me. I play Isaac the Lynch. I'm not gonna scream his name in a dramatic way.
Yeah.
I'm not in that mindset.
He's playing Voss right now. Alright, who's next? What about you, filthy boy? Mr. Filth?
What do you mean, Mr. Filth?
Well, that's my name for you, Mr. Filth.
Nah.
You got Filth, and then you got Butt Crack in game.
I'm not even Filth. Okay, that's fine.
What is your character, and what is your class?
Dude. Me?
Yeah, your character and your class.
What is my class? Oh yeah, I am Fitz Bumblejack. I'm the barbarian in this round.
Voss is a artificer. He just became an artificer. All right,
Yeah,
and,
just 5 seconds ago.
and then we got Nathaniel here, who's playing Iris.
I'm playing Iris. I'm the buck-sick leg that is following the path of Latender, as he is the one true god, obviously.
The Morning Lord.
Hating all life and everything. Yes.
And Spectre. What is your character, and what does she do?
Oh, I'm Atwell Fleetfoot.
Yes.
I was an ex-marathon runner before I had to take over my grand's golden check store, and I'm now a certified monk.
Certified. Certified monk sounds like you got like a fucking... What is it called? They give you like a fucking actual certification.
Like an online course.
Yeah,
Oh,
they made it seem like an online course or something.
You printed it out.
Take on credential. And
All right.
don't mess with my grand store, or else I will hire someone very deadly and powerful to take you
Oh my
down.
God.
Hopefully.
Right. Does anyone want to do a recap of the last thing that happened? All right. I guess we can roll a d4. No, I'm kidding.
No, that's the GM's job. You have to do
Nah,
something as
go,
well.
go ahead. Roll the d4.
Let's see if anyone's actually paying attention. Also, there's 2 people missing in Talespire. 4. Oh man, it's fucking Spectre.
Yeah.
You think you
Am
can
I
do a
in the
recap? No, you're not in the game right now.
No, I can tell. Okay, I'll just close and restart.
Yeah, would you like to give a little recap of what happened last time on Spice City?
My grand store was being under attack by some penguin crescent moon.
The Penguin Crescent Moon.
Oh, not the penguin crescent moon.
Their name is
Penguin! Kurva penguin!
Their names change every session.
This,
We're going through an identity
whatever.
crisis at the moment.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Next is the Dark Moon Descent.
I have a memory of a goldfish, so we'll stick with whatever names I have at the moment.
Okay.
Yes, and then there's this crazy red-haired lady would direct us to some guild, I would rather hire than actually become an adventurer. Maybe an adventure, but it's more preferable in my identity.
Yeah, we had another powerful adventurer named Hethessa, who is friends with Apple Fleetfoot's grandmother, Granny Apple, and she helped deal with the shop while they were gone, learning to become their classes, their formidable classes. They were gone for about a month, and they just came back. It's nighttime, and they're outside of their shop, and they're all talking to each other, talking about the experiences, and they met Iris in this fashion. Iris is a glassblower that was working nearby. She lost her shop for undisclosed reasons. She was attacked, or something happened. It got burned down, and yeah, and now we're here. We're just missing DJ Hi-Fi Cruxus. We're just missing you, Bumblejack.
Possibly the
Yeah,
same
because I'm
person.
still on the old map and you haven't moved me.
Oh, I can just summon everybody here. Let me fetch you. You've been fetched. There you go.
No. It's dark.
You might have to restart because I can see everyone else. You can see each other, right? Or see everything else.
I can see everyone. And
Oh,
I can
okay.
see my mini as well.
Oh, okay. Why you say it was dark then?
Because it's fucking dark.
Oh, you mean it's
Dark,
nighttime?
nighttime.
They're saying it's nighttime
Yeah.
outside. I thought you meant like it was a black screen, like you couldn't see anything.
No, I just said
All
it's
right,
dark.
that's it.
It's
Negative
black.
inspiration. I'm fucking tired already. No, I'm kidding. I'm
Hey, slow
kidding.
down.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, roll d20 on the negative inspiration. Come on.
Negative inspiration. Yeah, we like to do this thing in Spice City where Zell people can earn regular inspirations. They can also earn negative inspiration. Negative inspiration means at any point the DM can choose it, and it shall be a natural one. Cruxus or Budcrack, as we call him in the game. He's the only one who has a negative inspiration right now. Forgot what he did.
I have non-stop negative inspiration.
You
I
don't-
don't even need negative inspiration because every roll I try is below 10 anyway.
I don't even know what he did, but he has negative. I don't know. But yeah.
You're just racist against halflings.
Whoa, that's not true. I love him.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So AA Don is not here at the moment, so we're gonna put him over here. We're gonna say that they're working inside the shop, and Granny is also in another game at the moment because of our time conflict. We're missing outside. We're missing Voss. Let's get Voss in here.
The hero always makes a dramatic entrance. I'm here.
So you guys are all you guys all rounded you. Oh, I'm gonna put you over here real quick, boss. You guys all rounded up and showed up, and you guys all started speaking to the Tabaxi. And middle of the night, you see Voss. Voss is finally walking back. You see a portal show up in the middle of the street, and he populates.
Me. It seems my clothes are intact.
Yes, they are.
I can't wait to go to bed, and I'm sure nothing will prevent that.
And you see, as you walk up, you see a Tabaxi, you see Buttcrack, and you see Apple Fleetfoot.
Oh, a customer. I'm sure you two have this sorted.
What?
I'll be retiring from my quarters. Pardon me.
Pardon me.
Well done. That is quite certainly a character.
Oh yeah.
That's was.
Oh, you
Please.
two are here as well.
What, one of your friends, I'm assuming?
Suppose so. Employee reversal?
Employee. I see.
Yes.
Well, I suppose that considering your shop isn't specialized, you do not have any glassblower supplies that I can use. I would have to buy my own.
Correct.
Oh, Ross knows everything. I put him in charge of the items.
Some.
Eh.
Oh, perfect. Some tea would be nice. Oh, okay.
That's you and yeah, you see AA Don and Granny or Aubrey are just sitting there and they're drinking tea as well. They're just talking about their training and stuff that was going on. Her training as a sorceress, and Adon's really not speaking about what he had to go through to become a paladin.
How long has it been since we
It's been a month.
like left? Oh,
You guys all just met each other again within a month.
it's like nothing's changed.
Yeah, everything is mostly rebuilt. Everything is brand new again, and Hadassah did a really good job with Iris over here, and they actually fixed everything. And actually, the glass looks way nicer. There's like designs on your glass now.
Oh.
It's like an app. There's like an apple design on all the glass that, you know, looks outside into the outside.
It seems there may be hope for this establishment after all. A place of class. Oh, I mean, a place that welcomes everyone.
I don't know
Interesting.
about everyone.
I mean,
Oh,
at the end of the
Thank
day,
goodness.
at the end of the day, higher class citizens will usually pay more for products, so it's not a bad thing to look a bit.
Agreed.
stylish.
And it won't be our fault if this place sells only the highest quality of materials.
As you
I'm betting
guys,
on you.
I'm betting on you. As you guys are, you know, doing whatever and talking to each other about what's going on, you hear kind of like a small ruckus outside in the middle of the night. You hear him. I ain't giving you any of my money. Get out of here. But ma'am, I haven't eaten in days. I don't know what to do. You come next to me one more time, I'm gonna make sure this is the last time you live in this world. And that's what you hear right
Oh.
outside the shop.
I think I
Outside the
would.
shop.
No, they probably deserve it. I'm just gonna
Well-
stay here, sit at the corner, and see what happens.
Yeah, as you guys look out, you see a lady who's in the middle of the street, and you see like two people. It's a male and a female. It looks like two males, but it's a male and a female, and they're like completely famished. They look, you know, devoid of all like human feelings, and she's out there, and it looks like they're begging for money.
Beggars be beggars, let them.
Damn. Okay. And yeah, as he's going out, like he's like, you see as the woman tries to like grab her shirt, being like, "Oh, please, I just need some money to survive. We've lost everything in the fire. That fire had nothing to do with me." And you see if she like slaps her down, and she the lady falls to the ground.
I'm gonna
This is awful good.
I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna be like, whoa, 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 what's going out here? Please mind not dealing with such business outside of a establishment of our class where you see we are an artisan's shop, so mind not dealing with such manners on the street.
Menace? I'm a person of this town just like you. I'm just asking for food. We lost everything in the fire.
I know, but there's much better ways around this. If I could recommend something.
And you see,
about,
tries to bring the lady back up. She's like on the ground. She's crying, and he brings her back up. Like they'll never understand. That ain't my problem. That's your problem. And you see as she like spits on them and leaves.
No,
you
no,
tell him.
that isn't quite necessary. Well, if I could give an advice to you two, currently we're done after rebuilding our shop. I'm pretty sure that definitely you must have heard the news about the attacks happening recently. So I'm afraid I cannot spare any coin. But if you go to the southeast of the town, there is a church of my faith, Church of Latender. If you could ask for shelter there, and even some food, the priests of Latender are pretty caring, and they are sure to give you something. But obviously the only caveat being that you follow Latander's light and praise everything that is living, as that is our faith.
And you see as they they both look at each other, and he says, "Ah, Latender has done nothing but scorn this place. We follow Father Elias. He's the only one who's helped us."
Father Elias, who might that be, if I can ask?
He's our own. He's the only man of the cloth that's actually helped us in our time of need. And you see them and they start walking away.
Hmm.
Latender, and then as he turns around, Latender scorned us. Latander's the reason why we're in this mess. Why we don't have anything. They don't care about us. They just care about filling their pockets. That church is scorned. And he runs. They start going back into the. They head back to the. You see him go through this alleyway over here, and they start going back.
Well done.
Associado el pingüino.
I have acquired some quite concerning information, because it seems that the priests of Latender in this town do not follow the tenets to their completeness, which means that I might have to give them a visit soon.
Duh. Why?
Duh. Why?
Well, you see, it gives my god a bad name when his representatives, the priests, don't act in a way that would be the same as our god, obviously, because I know Latender. I know Latender is a kind and caring god, and he would never turn away the poor, and especially if they're innocent.
I don't. I'm an atheist, so
Oh my
I
god.
guess this conversation is going nowhere for me.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
You,
carry on.
you don't believe gods exist?
An
I
atheist.
correct.
Well, I mean, it's hard to not believe in gods when they're the reason I've got my powers. So, but it is quite interesting to find someone who still believes in, who still has their own beliefs, anyways. You don't have to worship Latender, it's alright. But what I do wish to you as a cleric of Latender is that you just worship life, as life is obviously sacred. And I believe even if you don't believe in God, that is a pretty valid tenet to follow.
But I do believe in inner peace. 'Cause I just went to Mock Academy.
If I may
Oh,
ask,
how was the academy? Oh, go ahead.
if I may ask, your name is Apple Fleetfoot, right? Your
Mhm.
granny used to own this shop. What do you specialize in?
Random artifacts, and I think most of them are like. I
You're
guess I
like
managed.
you're like an adventuring shop. Like an adventurer can come over
Oh,
here.
yeah.
They can sell any of their goods to you for like a fair price if they capture or they grab things, and then they can also buy weapons off of you, like basic weapons, and then sometimes you might at times she had magical items and such.
So a general shop.
Yeah, like a general shop for adventurers.
Yeah, it's general supply shop. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You still wanted an establishment in my place, right?
Well, considering as my previous establishment got burned down in the fire, it would be
Yes.
it would be nice to have a place to stay for a bit and be able to
Yeah.
continue my working.
Yes, you're more than welcome. My shop is gonna pretty bland at the moment. I suppose with your establishment, we can oomph this place.
As a glassware, what are you gonna offer to a general supply store?
Well, I specialized in jewelry, which
Okay.
I guess could be used for some non-adventuring customers if they wanted to get some accessories.
Yeah. Also, in the future, you can maybe once you build jewelry, we can magically attune them because now you have an artificer.
That is true.
Mm-hmm. So you can make jewelry and then he can infuse them.
I am extremely busy.
Extremely busy.
My personal time, there should be so many DVRs on my Phalanx.
So much stuff. 1 month of shows that he's missed now. Insane.
Well,
Wait, who recorded over them?
I recorded it over your face.
Supposed to be Granny.
Well, I do understand being busy. I can provide with jewelry, glass jewelry of highest quality, which would be able to possibly take some magical properties, as you might know. Well, having a higher quality piece of equipment to work with makes experiments with magical properties easier because the item has a smaller chance of breaking.
Oh, perfect then.
Interesting.
Let me
So-
show you. Can I show?
Yeah, you can go in. You guys can go in and show him the shop. Well, I mean, he's seen the shop because they helped Hadassah rebuild it.
Yeah.
Can
So he's
I
been.
must say, right after Natessa told me about the attacks, and I have to say that your shop was quite a mess. I am glad for her help. As
got
someone,
raided.
well, yeah,
It's not my fault.
I understand that. Don't worry.
Well, here's the shop,
Mm-hmm.
and boss is our cashier and manager and supplier and.
Excuse me, did you say cashier?
Did you say cashier?
I have done and I will never do such a thing
It seems
as
Why
that
not?
attend the front desk. I am merely here as a spectator and logisteer. I've made
I
up
thought
that
we made an
word.
agreement about 2 sessions ago.
It sounds like
For
your
me to
money wouldn't
determine
work.
to help dictate the prices and handle the logistics and the booking. I was even working
Oh,
on restoring
okay.
the magic items before they were destroyed, and now we don't have any.
Give me a perception check, all of you.
option. I have a 16 passive, if that's enough.
No, you just roll just in case you get something higher.
Net 20 on me.
20. You hear a loud
24.
bang. Okay, 24. Perfect. You hear a loud bang, specifically 2 floors above you. Almost 3 floors above you.
Hey, yeah. Oh, well, what was that? You hear that? Gotta
Does
make my way up there.
stuff fall over often in your establishment?
I rolled an 8. Can I hear that?
Yeah, you guys all hear the loud bang, but they were able to specifically know where it's coming from.
It sounds like it's something from the attic.
Who's
I need to
up there?
fucking teleport, goddammit.
Probably rats. Someone take care of it.
Oh, you're
Amy,
not
I'm-
sending.
Wait,
you are-
upstairs. That's where the lab is. I started trying to sprint past everyone.
And as you guys, as you guys come up to the 3rd floor, you see like this wretched creature just like fall through the attic onto the ground.
What is
would
What
it
is
be-
that?
would
You
it
see-
be
Does it have
better
money?
than-
Yeah, and you see it. He scrounges up. He's like, "Oh, I'm Bibler."
What is the Beamler? What you're doing here? And are you going to pay for the roof?
I
My
live-
lawyers will be
I like to speak to you. I live here. My name is Bibler. I live here.
Oh, you live here. Apple, it's your lost brother.
I don't recall having any siblings. It must be a. Is it raining goblins? This.
Is this thing undead in nature?
No.
No. Alright.
Just ugly.
That's
just
fucked
ugly.
up. You
That
just
is not
immediately
good.
immediately assume he's undead because he's ugly. Like, what the-
He's
mean-
well, because it's like he's either undead or he has rabies. Look at him.
I mean, looking closer at the model, he is kind of just bones, you know.
How long have you been living in my attic?
It's your attic? I thought it was Granny Apple attic.
Granny died and gave it to me, so it's actually mine now.
Oh.
Wait, she's confirmed dead? I thought she just disappeared.
No. I'm the new owner now.
Oh my god, you said Granny Apple? There's no way. She's never coming back. She's never taking this shop again. It's mine now.
I speak with great respect, Granny.
And then Bibbler's like, oh, that makes sense. Bibbler no eat food for so long. Bibbler skin and bones.
Who is Billy?
Yeah, don't worry. I'm on quarter ration as well.
Granny let me live in attic.
This is awkward.
Yeah, and then he's like
Whoa.
he's like coming
Well,
up to
we need to rediscuss rent.
what? Bibbler has no money.
Oh, well, you have hands, Bibbler?
Bibbler does have two hands, and you see as he pours them out, and his nails are like disgustingly long, and they have like dirt all over them.
Well, I take a step back. This is a place where people who want their keep have to earn their keep, if you understand what I mean. Perhaps it's time you joined our roster, should you pass Miss Fleetfoot's interview procedure.
Bibbler
What do you?
is exterminator. I eat all the bugs. That's my food.
Oh. Okay.
I haven't seen a single bug once, actually.
Good. He like
For the month of the half that we were living here.
He's like
So
nice.
it all makes sense.
I suppose we can keep him if he's cleaning our place up.
all
Yeah,
all
like,
Bibbler
even when,
wants is
that-
when
food.
we first entered, and you like described how empty it was, I don't think you ever said there was like bugs.
Yeah, there wasn't any bugs
Uh,
rolling around.
But how long have you
Oh, it's-
known Granny?
I don't know. 82,
Why did she
5,
see you? How did she find you?
6.
Why did she put you back?
He just starts spewing out numbers. 7,
Give me some answers.
8,
Wait, I'm curious how high he can go.
5, 90.
Alright. Well, this seems to be one of those resolve itself situations.
Let you resolve itself.
Can I pickpocket him?
Sure.
What pocket?
What
Would
do
I
you
be
want?
able-
The sleight of hand or?
Sleight of hand.
Would I be able to see him pickpocketing him?
That's a 15 plus 4, 19.
All right, if you're gonna do that in front of him, you have to roll stealth at disadvantage because you're right in front of everybody.
Would I see him?
Let him roll his stealth. Let him roll his stealth. We'll tell see right now.
It's a
'Cause-
14 or a 9.
Yeah, so Apple passively and Iris would see you trying to pickpocket him. And you said for the pickpocket, what'd you get?
The pickpocket for me?
Mm-hmm.
Pickpocket was a 19.
Yeah, you're able to pickpocket him, but you're watching. You guys are all watching. You see as he's doing this.
Can I like walk up behind him and do a strength check to pick him up and like make sure he gets away from Bibbler?
Sure. He has to do so. You need to do a strength check, and then he needs to do a dex to get out of it. Yeah. You can do. I think it's what's the
Five.
other?
He can like push
16.
away his hands and be like,
Oh, sorry, 14.
he's gonna be like, hey now, you shouldn't just pickpocket people we've just met. It's quite rude, if I just say.
You find I allow that. You just find a bunch of dead bugs on him.
You know, and I look at the tabaxi. He looked so rugged, and I point my open hand with the dead bugs. I just wanted to clean his pocket so he doesn't get any infections, you know?
And then Bibbler's like, those are my bugs. And he tries to go grab them. My food.
Oh, you want to eat him? Oh, I'm apologizing. And I just slowly step back.
Can I do a nature check to see if, like, what kind of creature Bibbler is, to see
Yeah, sure.
if he would eat bugs, like,
Mhm.
'cause that seems very. I got a 9.
He's just ugly.
Yeah, he's a goblin of some sort. You've never seen these types of goblins. But looking at him, it seems as if he needs to eat something. So he's just been eating bugs this whole time. He's probably been living in the attic for quite a while now.
I'm just gonna ask him. Hey, Bibbler, can I ask? You seem to be here for a while, and well, looking at you, you look quite emancipated. Would you maybe care to join us for a more normal meal? Since it
Food?
seems that you are doing some work in this place, even if I mean, I guess it's Apple's shop, so it's up to her if she wants to decide for this. But you know, as a Latendarian cleric, I am not against any life, and any life deserves to live. In a
It's not against
healthy
me
manner.
later.
I'm not against it. Just the undead. They die.
Yes, the undead are really bad.
He says, you offer Bibbler food? Bibbler hungry. He looks over to Apple.
Do we actually have food?
Yeah.
mean,
Hatessa was nice
abundance
enough to
of
leave
food?
you. She was nice enough to leave you some food and ingredients inside of your kitchen.
Okay. Mm,
I mean, one day
Well-
worth of rations cost like 2 silver per person, so
Yeah, so you got it for
No.
for a few weeks.
Depends on
What?
your quality of life standard.
Yeah.
that's
that- is
living
that
living
worth it?
standard. Rations is different. Ration just costs 2 silver per day.
I have no idea if I want you here or not. But.
And then you see
I still need to
Bibbler.
investigate who you are.
Yeah, you see Bibbler go like on his hands. Oh, please allow Bibbler to live. Bibbler has no food. Bibbler has no home. Bibbler has no family. Granny allowed Bibbler to live in attic.
But I'm not Granny.
I mean,
Oh,
the-
Well,
I can tell you
What is-
more about Granny. I know Granny. I know Granny. And you see him like spin around. See him like twirl around. I know Granny.
hmm,
well, I mean,
okay.
Also,
I
ration per
don't-
day is 5 silver. I just checked.
Okay.
oh, 5. Oh my bad.
Well, you guys are
Wait,
also
can I
a
do a-
shop, so you guys get discounts.
On our
Can I
own
do a
wares?
history check?
No, not on your own wares, but like for food and stuff.
Well, I'm gonna be honest.
Tax exemptions.
I never knew Granny as a person, and as her descendant, you probably know way more about her than I do. But it seems to me that there must have been a reason she has kept the Bibbler here in the attic.
Oh,
I would like to do a history check. Is it possible?
on what?
Can I name Granny's favorite food?
Her favorite dish.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mashed
Go ahead.
apples.
Yeah, I was gonna. What did you get for history?
4.
4. You think it's apple pie?
Think anything to do with apple?
Yeah.
What's your name? Bibbler? What's Granny's favorite food?
He looks hard. Granny made me soup. I used to eat soup.
Incorrect.
What do you
I
mean
want to know
incorrect?
Granny's favorite food.
Correct as apple pie.
Bibbler starts going crazy. He's like, "What do you mean wrong?" Bibbler, he starts smacking his head against the box. Bibbler's so bad. Bibbler hates his life. He starts smacking his head even harder against his crate.
Can the
Oh,
situation
Well,
resolve
well,
itself a little quietly?
Yes.
Can someone take this thing out for getting this is wrong?
And then he's like, oh, pie. She used to make pie, the best pie.
Huh. Okay then.
Green
I
pie.
think I trust you a bit more. No, I
Bibbler,
say so.
Bibbler is nice, and you see him like he's crawling on all fours, and he like goes up to Apple, and he's like holding you by like the dress, but like he's like tugging your dress. He's like, Bibbler's a nice goblin. Bibbler nice. Bibbler do anything to live.
Okay, I want to know more about Granny.
What do you mean anything?
Bibbler needs to live.
For what?
Well, you know, there's more ways of making money than selling stuff.
I mean, I know you guys are businessmen at first, so I have a proposition to make. I mean, while Bibbler is smaller in stature, kinda like our halfling friend over here, it seems that Bibbler is very willing to cooperate. So I'm sure with enough patience, I'm sure it wouldn't even take long. We could teach him to do some basic shop work that nobody would else want to do, like, you know, stocking shelves, going to the supply room to grab us materials and stuff
I think
like
he
that.
is not fit for logistics. I mean, he's small. He can't even reach half the shelf.
And then you see
No,
Bibbler, he hears you talking. He's like, Bibbler know how to clean. And then you see him like go to the ground, like go to the corner, and he grabs a bug immediately. And then he starts like, he grabs a bug, eats it, clean. And then he goes to the wall, and he starts licking the wall. He's like, clean.
Oh.
Oh,
no, Bibbler, you see, saliva is not the cleanest. You should use normal water because it's
That's how
You
Bibbler
see,
cleans
like-
himself. Saliva.
Iris, you take care of Bibbler. I'll give you 24 hours to decide to do this thing before, you know, he can live freely before I set him free outside.
Oh my god. Bibbler's gonna go live on the street. And then where's Voss at?
I'm here on the I can just mark myself.
Oh, you're in the
I'm
new.
just at my usual idle spot.
Yeah, so
table.
Bibbler says, "Oh, I show you." Bibbler is like trying to gesture you guys to go up to the attic with him. Let me see if I can get myself to the attic. You're gonna have to like teleport yourself, then move yourself up at the same time. There's no actual way to get up there.
oh,
There you go. So Bibbler leads you up here and he says, Bibbler live here long time, and you see just like dirt and like it's disgusting up here, and you see just like a bucket. That's all. That's all he
that's the
has.
shit bucket.
That's all he has. It's just a bucket. And then he goes. He's scrounging around, and he goes and grabs a piece of paper, and he gives it to you.
is there something on the piece of paper? Can I read it?
Yeah, and then on the paper it says, "For thee who shall read this paper, Bibbler lives in the attic. I saved Bibbler from a life of destitute. He was being punished, and he was being enslaved by a noble that I will not, and it has like the name scribbled out in the name of blah blah blah. In order to give him a better life, I brought him here, and I allowed him to live into the attic." And then it just talks about like, you know, stuff that was done for him, and then like, you know, foods and stuff that he likes, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But he's been in here for so long because Granny's been missing, and then on the bottom it says Granny Apple.
I'm gonna keep that note for now, and I'm gonna speak with Bibbler. Well, Bibbler, I'm gonna be honest, right? obviously I am a cleric that values all life, which means that I have nothing against living here, against you living here. But you see, the others are, they are not as willing, which doesn't mean that they're bad people. They just are, they're just afraid of letting a goblin just live in their establishment, especially since they have just now found out about you.
Bibblers
that-
live here longer than all of you.
Well, yes, but they didn't know about you before, so, and technically,
And you see Bibbler come out. He goes through the crate. He's like, 1 second. Bibbler goes into the crate. He starts going through a random book. It's a huge book. And then he comes over here and he keeps bringing like, Bibbler live here longer. Bibbler have squatters' rights. And he shows you an excerpt in the book talking about legalities
Oh,
of Faerun.
My ears start tingling
You're sure it takes
as I sense potential lawsuits, and I sprint for the table, leaping over it.
Do a perception check. Let's see if your legality senses are fucking actually like that.
Oh, no. Wait,
The goblin,
hold
the goblin living in the attic just starts speaking like he just speaking like Bibbler knows, and then he just pulls out the book and just you see in excerpt 16, paragraph number 9. It actually gives you.
I only got 12.
Yeah, 12. Yeah, you just hear, the only thing you hear is Bibbler kind of just being a little bit louder because he's kind of getting excited, and then you hear him in the attic speaking to Iris.
Well,
All right, all seems fine for now.
oh, you do make quite a valid point, Bibbler. And again, I have nothing against this, but again, I do not own this establishment, so you would have to talk with Miss Applefleet.
And then he's like, you can see that this book has been like opened and read like constantly, as if he had nothing else to read. So he was reading this legal book back and forth constantly, and
Expertise in law for no reason.
so then he goes to the other page. He's like squatter. I live here, and then he starts counting his fingers. 80, 90, 70 years. And it shows about it shows an excerpt about business appropriation. If like because he's
Now
lived
you
here
can
for
count.
he's lived here for so long, so in technicality he could technically take ownership of this shop.
He has tenure.
Yeah, yes.
How the hell does he have tenure?
Yes, because he was an employee and he technically was an employee.
Now then, that is all.
Nothing we can do.
You see, people, this is all great, and I do believe that most of this is correct, but also here the issue is that every now and then laws do change, so we would have to read through the newest edition, and as I can see, can I look at the book to see which year it was made in?
Yeah, what year? It was the book is about 40 years. It's about 40 or 50 years old. And then he you see it as he like turns around and he like points at you and he yells out, "Objection!"
Oh, shut the.
he yells out, "Objection!" And then he goes over to the law. He's showing you like the dates of the laws and stuff, that these laws are still are in use in Halif Town.
He can't know that because he's never out of the attic. So, hearsay!
Hearsay.
Oh, God.
Well, okay. Well,
Hearsay.
Let's make a deal, okay? So, the others are currently not against you being here, and I personally, again, as a cleric of Latender, I worship all life. All life is sacred, and I do believe that everyone deserves a chance to live a life of comfort and happiness. So, and you seem to be very happy here, is that correct?
Bibbler happy. Bibbler wants to clean. Bibbler work.
Alright. But you see, some of your methods seem to be quite old, so Miss
Fleetfoot.
Apple Fleetwood didn't really give me a lot of time to work with you, but we can get some work done. How about you say that? How about I teach you some basic cleaning? You said you like to clean, right?
Yes, Bibbler clean.
Well, we can. You see that bucket? Can I look into the bucket? Is there anything wrong
Yeah,
with it?
there's a bunch of excrements and, you know, old feces in there.
All right. Alright, Bibbler, you know what? Take the bucket. We're gonna go outside with it, and I'm gonna teach you the basics of hygiene. How about
Bibbler
that?
want
How
food.
does-
Bibbler
Alright, we
wants
can-
to speak to the manager.
Oh, Apple Fleetfoot is the manager, I'm afraid.
And
I
he's
guess no. Boss
yeah.
would be the manager.
Yeah, you see as he grabs his book and he just like falls through the hole that he made earlier. He just falls through the fucking, you know, just face first lands onto the next floor with the book in hand. And you see as he
Something to
runs,
follow-
he
follow
runs.
him out of the attack.
Yeah, he runs all the way down to the main floor.
Everyone who demands the manager should get waterboarded by us.
Did you? How did you get here?
He just started running. He ran all the way back down here, and then he jumps on the desk, and he has the legality book in his hand, and then he looks over to Apple. He says, "You can't kick me out. You kick me out, I take you to court."
No, that's wrong. I'm setting you free. I'm not kicking you out. I'm setting you free.
You
from
can't
my-
set me free. Technically, I can take ownership of shop.
Excuse me?
And then
Who
he
said
shows
that?
he shows the book and the legalities, talking about his squatters' rights and then how this establishment was abandoned for almost like 20 years, but he was living
What?
here.
Can you verify this? I have no idea
Me?
about this mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, so he shows you
Well, squat.
he shows you the excerpt for the squatters' rights and the excerpt for him being able to possibly take if he goes to court and fills out a few forms, he can possibly take over for the shop ownership.
Oh, excellent. Blipto bloop. Taking over the shop is tremendous. We'll make sure to let the Blood Crescent Moon know that when they're here to break fingers and kneecaps, that they don't have to do Ms. Fleetfoot's anymore. They can do yours.
Why
Mhm.
just told him? I would have just see what happens.
This is my. I don't want to leave my grand's shop. What are you saying? Is there no
when
other
he's
way?
dead, we can take it back.
Bibbler says,
Yeah, once the Blood Crescent Moon is done brutally murdering him because we don't stop them, so it's not our shop anymore, then
brutally
you'll
murdered.
have reclaim to the shop.
Bibbler know more than you know.
In other words, what I'm saying, Bippo Bot, is that we don't respond well to threats. But
we don't
gladly
negotiate with
love to con-
terrorists.
we would gladly love to continue your employment training with.
Iris.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were a customer earlier. What was your name? I never asked. What?
My name is Iris Aurum Glow as a cleric of Lathander. It's
Oh, Foss Holter. I just learned about Lathander a month ago from that statue here.
Yeah, for the statue out there.
You're not gonna start like injecting your doctrine into every aspect of our daily lives, are you?
Oh, don't worry. The doctrine of Lathander is simple. It's just worship life. It's
And I love simple.
Right,
I
another.
mean, look how
heretic.
complicated these things are. And I just like throw tools on the table.
And then what's it
bring
called?
myself up.
Yeah, and then Bibbler looks over. Bibbler want job. Bibbler work. Bibbler don't take store
There we
if
go.
you give me a job.
well,
Hey,
you
look-
see,
Ms. Fleetfoot,
He's looking at
I
Apple.
gestured at Apple.
I discussed this already. Iris will take care of you. And okay, since we can't kick you out, Iris will handle you.
And he
I don't
comes
speak
on.
Bibbler
Oh,
language.
secretary.
Bibbler comes on.
Gotta
Bibbler
pay for
comes
it.
on. He says, "Yeah, Bibbler want food."
Well,
Oh, employees do get to eat 1 meal a day.
we didn't have dinner yet, so I think it's
Who's cooking?
about time, and
It's
I don't
Fitz.
see a reason why Bibbler shouldn't join us.
Is
but-
Buttcrack cooking again?
Yeah,
He
hope
is
so.
our resident chef. I'm certainly not.
Yeah, go to the kitchen for me real quick, Fitz.
Hey, you don't tell me to go to the kitchen, yeah, homie? I'm in the kitchen.
Okay. Are you in there? Okay. Give me a perception check.
Perception. I'm not a cat.
I am.
Perception. That is a 4.
Okay, never mind. Bibbler goes into the kitchen, and he starts scrounging around, looking through the books or whatever, and he's like, this one, and he gives you a book.
I can walk over and take the book, and I'm gonna take a quick look over it. I'm gonna like blast through the pages.
Yeah, on the front of the cover of the book, it's a blue book, and it has a face of a man, and he's wearing a chef hat, and he has a thick mustache, and it says, Papa Geppetto's Meals 101.
I'm gonna read the pages.
His name was
briefly.
Geppetto, right, Voss?
Yeah, Geppetto.
Yeah, Papa
Yes.
Geppetto 101.
So I'm gonna roam the pages with a quick glance, see if I
Yeah,
see
as you go
anything
through the
interesting.
pages, it talks about like different types of meals and stuff that you can make within a family, like simple meals you can make just with like simple ingredients. One of them calls for like simple pizza. Some of them are for like other what you would imagine are like
okay.
Italian dishes.
What ingredients do I see in the kitchen?
You find flour.
That's
Or,
it.
yeah, that's all you know. I'm kidding.
That's what the redhead left us. You got some flour.
No, you got bread, you got some onions, you got fresh vegetables, you got all the types of fresh vegetables you need. You got new wine in there now. You got a bunch of drinks and stuff in there now. It's all stacked up.
Okay, wait. Let me write down bread,
You could just say full kitchen. You have a full kitchen.
flour. Oh, full kitchen could be very
Yeah.
dangerous. Wine.
Obviously, you
Do
wouldn't
we
have
have
it.
meat?
Yeah, you guys have some meats.
Okay, I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
Alrighty.
Hang on.
And then Bibbler comes over. He's like, "That's my favorite book too. I read that book." And then you see Bibbler as he's like gesturing his hand, like he's like holding his hand. Papa Geppetto, the best food in the city. And he changes.
Yeah.
Elder of the
Oh yeah, I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
Emperor of the village hidden in the flavor.
Hidden in the flavor.
Hang on. I'm gonna post a picture in a moment.
You're gonna post a picture.
Can I please get something not from fucking Pinterest?
The struggle of Pinterest is real.
Fucking annoying. That's what it is. Opening
Looking,
chat.
Voss, also give me a perception check.
So what I will do, I will post
Yes,
it on the
sir.
group channel. Is this?
The 10.
It's called Ironforge Rations. Basically, in short, it's bread, minced meat, parmesan, and beer.
Oh.
Oh, and flour.
You-
You roast the minced meat, then you put some while it's roughly good, you put I think 5 ounces of beer in it, 15 ounces of beer in there. Obviously, we scale it up so it would please everyone, and then we stir that a bit. Then we put some flour in there to soak up the beer and bond with the meat. And then we put the meat on a normal or on a spiced bread, put some parmesan over it, and a little leaf.
Yeah. That is actually one of the ingredients. We'll just say that's inside the book.
Wait, can I
Mhm.
smell and enter the room?
Yeah, you can always enter.
good.
This is your shop. You can enter what room you want.
What's this beautiful smell? I usually don't.
I'm making some water deep rations here.
And then you see Nibbler on the table.
Smells amazing.
Nibbler, help! Nibbler, make food. I mean, Bibbler.
Wait, is it Nibbler?
Bibbler.
It did take sanitary precaution. Iris.
Oh yes, I'm on it. Nibbler, come here.
Bibbler. Nibbler's my cousin.
Sorry, I'm a Nibbler.
The
So-
Nibbler's my
No.
cousin.
So, when handling food, obviously we want our hands to be clean. So, do you guys have a sink somewhere in here? Maybe a bathroom?
The closest thing
I
you
don't know
have
what
is
he's thinking
outside.
about.
Yeah, the first thing you guys have, the best thing you guys have is like outside. You have like a little well in the front.
Don't worry, he hasn't
It's
touched any
outside.
food yet.
Mhm. You guys are transferring water from the well. You guys have a well that you've been transferring water to the kitchen and stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty well placed. Okay.
Isn't that
All right, negative
inspiration?
inspiration. Negative inspiration.
Oh no!
I'm kidding. I'm
Aw,
kidding.
and me too for
No.
asking. huh?
I just got myself the inspiration now. Too late. I can't change it anymore.
Alright.
I don't get it.
Yeah, just imagine there's like a
So-
little well. Actually, I could put a well in there, but there was a well here before.
Alright, people. I'm gonna take a bucket and I'm gonna put some water in it.
Okay.
So, Bibble, I know you've been used to something for all your years, but that is
Right there. The well's in
You
the
know,
corner, right
you-
there.
even if we're used to something, it can not always be true. So, unfortunately, in our world, it's not really sanitary. We don't consider it sanitary to use our saliva as stuff for cleaning. We usually use clean water. So, first of all, well, I can obviously tell you haven't. Now, the food is gonna be prepared, so you don't have to worry about that. We're gonna get there soon. But we're gonna clean you up a little bit. How does that sound?
You see Bibbler as he like goes to the well and then he starts like frantically just start drinking the water. Oh, Bibbler's so thirsty. Bibbler. Just licking it like a dog. Like he just puts his face in there.
Now, Bibbler, come on. I'm gonna like push him away. I'm gonna get a bucket and I'm gonna put the water in there instead. You can get it from here, okay? You should not
Puts his
splash
face in
the
there.
water in the well.
Starts licking it, starts drinking the water.
Just gonna let him be for a minute because he's probably been stuck in that attic for the last. How long has Granny been missing now?
Oh, you guys don't even know 100%. No one really
A couple
knows.
months probably.
Yeah, no one has a direct answer how long she's been gone.
So longer than anyone can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that guy's probably been stuck there for a bit without anyone bringing him any food or water. I'm surprised he's alive, I'm gonna be honest.
For Voss, you can tell that the inventory is in there, but it's kind of loose. So most likely you guys are going to have to get more inventory, find more stuff to sell before you guys really reopen again.
Yeah, and that's when we were, like, before the shop got raided, we were talking about doing some kind of adventuring.
Yeah.
Or no, that was after. To
So
like,
you're
like
gonna-
fill the inventory. Or that's what Granny would do, right?
Yeah, you got
Like,
to
dungeon
refill.
raid.
You're gonna have to do some stuff to refill the inventory.
Yeah, Granny was an adventurer until she got an arrow to her knee.
Yeah, and then you also are aware of actually Apple, you can give me a history check.
Oh, 16.
Okay. There you go again, having another Granny Apple flashback. You recall that when you were a little girl, Granny Apple used to take you to the market, and that's where she would get some of her items, also do trades and stuff. And there, you do recall there being someone really really important, almost as if that she used to speak with in the market, and it's literally right next to you guys.
Okay.
So looking for
Yeah,
ingredients and
so-
such.
Probably a good
Oh,
place
I
to
wanted
visit in the morning because
Wait,
Yeah,
do I
it's low.
remember?
Remember what?
The spices.
The
ingredient
ingredients for what?
that I'm recalling right now.
Oh, it's no ingredients. You just know that Granny Apple used to go to the market sometimes to get stuff that she needed for the shop or do trades for like more high value items.
All right. We shall set foot to the market tomorrow, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And you just hear Bibbler, the water hurts, as you're like trying to clean him.
What is happening outside? What am I hearing?
Suddenly, Fiddler's just a dwarf who hasn't washed himself in years.
No, Bibbler's just like you can kind of see like he's just like in agonizing pain that you're trying to wash him.
No,
I was-
Bibbler,
What's happening?
it's fine. Bibbler is just getting used to the sensation of cold water. after,
Bibbler is dying.
many years of no.
You said you weren't going to kill Bibbler.
Fiddler's very
Bibbler-
dramatic.
Bibbler,
Is
this is
that
for
our
your own
water
good.
being?
The-
Make sure. I know he's a dirty creature.
What
you know?
in the
He's a
god?
dirty creature.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, dude.
Seems
Don't do
a
my man
very,
like that.
No.
very racially motivated.
Can we not mix water with
Don't worry, I am putting it into buckets before washing.
And as the night goes by, Bibbler is finally cleaned, and you guys do enjoy a meal made by Budcrack from Papa Geppetto's Book of Wonders. And you guys all sit down and you eat, and you guys are all boasting, and you guys go to sleep right after. So we're gonna say a few hours go by. It is now 6 o'clock in the morning, daytime, on your first day. Super bright outside. Oh my god, it's hurting my eyes.
Ah, shit.
Let me change the brightness a little bit.
A little?
We'll say it's like that. No. Let's change the exposure. There we go.
I, as a cleric of Latender, am going to spend 10 minutes in the morning, right at sunrise, praying to Latender.
Sure. Are you gonna do it in your room?
Well, I would guess that as a Latender, I would have to go outside and at least look at the sunrise.
Lost
so-
connection to the board. Cool.
No. You see as Bibbler, you guys are downstairs, and Bibbler is like, he has a mop and he has some water in it, and he's just frantically like pushing it around up left and right, left and right, left and right in the same location.
What is he doing now?
After I'm done with my prayer, I'm gonna come back and look at Bibbler and I'm gonna say, no, Bibbler, you already got that spot. You've done it many times. Instead of doing one spot many times, you could do every spot once or twice, usually is enough.
Bibbler cleaning.
Oof.
He
I'm
sees
just
he,
gonna-
he stays in the one spot. Bibbler cleaning. You see him like he's like whistling to himself, kind of. Not my problem. My god.
That's
just gonna
wild.
go
That's
hide
why.
and-
The key to being a manager is delegation. I'm impressed, Mr. Cook.
I'm impressed.
I'm gonna go outside and talk to Apple Fleet, where I'm gonna be like, well, I'm gonna be honest, you did give me quite a constrained time what's it called, like time schedule, but so it's gonna take a while before I can actually teach him something, but I mean, I don't know if you can see it yourself, but I think he's pretty willing for a goblin. He's pretty willing to help us, so
That's
I'm not
okay.
I'm
We have
not sure if I
patience.
can teach him everything within those 24 hours, but again,
no,
I
I
think
have
he's
extended the time.
fine. Oh, well, then that would make it a lot
extended
easier for me.
the extended the time before his execution.
Sorry for eavesdropping. Might be my big ears being able to hear everything, but I heard you talking about wanting to go to the market yesterday. Now,
Ship him in the box.
Yeah, by the way, my character is on the way to the market right now.
So your character
yeah,
just
we
woke
have-
up and just started going with everybody else.
I had this
Yep.
sudden inspiration, memory, longing of Granny to the market. So I think we should all go there and check some new items.
You see as Bibbler comes outside and he says, "Market, I go to market." Bibbler go.
does
Uh,
Bibbler
I
have some
already-
clothes on? Dude,
No, Bibbler's still wearing. He's still wearing like underwear only. He has just like underwear on.
no, Bibbler. You're gonna be for the shop for a while. I was gonna turn to Apple and I'm gonna be like, if it isn't too much of an ask, could you buy some clothes for Bibbler to look a bit presentable? Even
Bibbler
if
has
he's
clothes.
You do?
Okay,
You
prove it.
have some.
And then
decent
you see him run. Like he's like sprinting all the way back up to the attic. And he comes down and he literally has like a tattered it's like a tattered robe. That's all he has, and it covers his a hooded robe, and it encompasses his whole body.
Oh, it's way better.
Yeah.
Well, Bibbler, I mean, that is clothes, you are correct, but as an employee, we cannot let you walk around in these clothes. I mean, they don't look presentable and would make our shop look like we don't treat our employees right.
And then he goes like, Bibbler don't like. Bibbler goes and grabs the book and he comes back and then he shows you one of the statuettes saying that for free will in Halif Town as a person, you can't condemn him to the building.
Iris, you keep an eye on him.
Bibbler is a free goblin. And he goes up, he starts walking.
Well, Bibbler, if you want to go to the market, I cannot stop you. Well,
We're going out. Tend to the shop. You know the drill.
I guess Aedon and Aubrey are going to tend to the shop while we're out.
They will.
so I'm
They will
gonna
tend
go
to the
with
shop.
them.
Yeah, they'll tend to the shop while you guys are out.
I'm just gonna make sure that the Bibbler doesn't.
Okay, before you guys continue, where did you go, Fitz?
I'm at the middle of the market right now.
Oh, you're at the wrong market. You're at the
what do you mean?
Ah, that's so okay. Okay, that's fine.
Get
We're gonna play this out.
There's food stuff all over the place. What do you mean it's the wrong market?
There's two markets.
One right. Yeah. Right.
I actually don't know where the market is.
What do you mean there's two markets?
There's one right next
behind
to
the
the.
shop.
Right.
There's one right
Right
next to you
behind the
guys.
shop, yeah.
There's one right behind the shop too.
Yeah, but that is not a food market. There's
No.
not a single piece of food there. Oh well, I
No,
guess that is
There's
there.
there's a bunch of different things in that market. And you what's it called? You guys are walking down the street and you realize that Fitz is missing. You didn't realize where he went.
Well, we're going to the market at the back of our store.
And as you guys are
Perhaps
walking,
he drank himself away in the tavern after finally getting back from. training.
yeah, you see the guards and they're just nodding at you and they're just looking at you as you're walking by, and they look at Bibbler, kind of like in disgust at his face. And Bibbler goes up to one of the guards. Bibbler free.
Bibbler. Bibbler, come on.
He says Bibbler free, and you can see as a
guys
guard.
wrong.
The guard is just like looking at him. He's like, "What do you mean you're free? Bibbler free now."
He,
Come along now.
And as you guys are walking, by, they're just like looking at him.
Oh,
Just looking at you
Bibbler.
guys, suspiciously looking at him.
I'm
I
gonna
want
like.
to. Oh, is it?
I'm gonna explain to the guy like, hey, sorry for that. You see, we found Bibbler in the house we recently acquisitioned. He seemed to be one of the employees of the previous owners. He's not really the brightest. So we've decided to employ him, and I, as a Latendarian cleric, decided to become sort of his caretaker to teach him how to live amongst the city folk. I'm sorry if he causes any trouble, but I'm gonna try to prevent him from doing any.
Are you a follower of Lathander? Why are you talking to me? The church is that way, and he points northwest to you.
Yes, I know where the church is. You don't have to tell me, obviously. Actually wanted to visit it recently. I actually used to be...
All right, citizen. He walks away mid-conversation.
He probably gets that shit all the time.
Yeah,
standing in the street.
he's just like, all right, and he just leaves.
What a rude and annoying...
He's like, I'm not getting paid enough for this.
He's like, these
Can I-
freaking these Lathander guys, these clowns.
While we're walking, can I gesture Bibbler to walk next to me?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
with me,
yeah.
when
he's
I
walk-
called him over,
yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, don't let those looks get to you, Bibbler.
Bibbler knows his rights.
I spent my whole life getting looks like that from people like him, and let me tell you something. Once you make it to the top, the people stop looking.
And then Bibbler, yeah, Bibbler's
And
like,
then I jump over the wall.
Yeah, he jump over. Yeah, we'll just say that there's an opening there. There was an opening here somewhere. We'll just say there's an opening. He jump over the wall like elite just jump over the wall.
Like dramatically, I'm aura farming.
Aura farming in D&D is crazy.
Yeah, as you guys come into here, let's change the ambience real quick.
What about me?
Oh, don't you worry about you.
Okay, I'm pretty worried about me.
As you guys pull up to the shop, it's bustling, and there's many shops over here. It looks like some people are selling random wares, and there's a few food vendors. Somebody's selling like items for adventurers as well, like minor items. There's a little stage in the middle, and we'll say it's about like lunchtime. Stage in the middle is someone who's selling like candles. There's looks like a man that's scrying orbs. There's a huge tent in the back that has, you can't really tell, maybe like rugs. A jeweler, possibly. Yeah, you just pretty much got to explore a little bit. And then if you look in the back, fully all the way in the back, there's a ginormous tent. It looks like a circus tent.
Oh, can I? I just want to remember that. Who is that person that made such a delicious meal last night?
It's
Fits.
History check or something.
Yeah.
Did you forget Pitt's name? Do you know ours?
Did you forget your employees' names? Butt crack.
Are you still drinking?
Where is he?
And we're gonna shoot back to Fitz. Fitz, you awaken and you show up to the market, and the man is still there, and he's crying for his wife.
I was about to ask that, and I'm happy that he's still miserable.
Nice.
Anyway, what are the goods on this market?
This market is all higher end stuff. It seems like there's, more exotic fruits, like a few
the Whole
keepers and stuff. Yeah, it's the Whole Foods pretty
Okay.
much.
Since it's still in the early morning, even though the board is a bit too bright, I'd like to sneak around and see if I can, find something around some food or anything I can grab.
Sure, let me put some people around here real quick for you. Some food? You're gonna try to steal some food? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yes.
You see around the market, you see a few like noble people coming around, looking at the wares and looking at all this stuff, and so a few people in nobility are walking around. And where are you gonna from there? You're gonna try to steal some food?
Yeah, somewhere around this corner.
All right, stealth, sleight of hand. Stealth at disadvantage because there's a bunch of people here in the market in the middle of the day.
I said I'm going there in the morning. It's not like I'm going there at 12 middle of the day.
Even if it's in the morning, there's gonna be people in the market.
Oh, wow. Okay, if I'm gonna roll stealth and disadvantage, no matter what I do, and there's no point in me trying to anyway. Anyway, everyone sees me because I rolled a 2 + 6, and the sleight of hand is
Well,
a
we don't know that. We're gonna see right now if they even see you.
14, 18.
Let's see. You got an 18 in stealth?
No, it's a 8 in stealth and 18 in sleight of hand.
You go and you start to grab the food, and this man immediately grabs your hand and looks at you. Hey, what are you doing?
Nah, I paid for this, I swear.
Roll deception.
That is a 19 plus 5, 24.
24.
Yep.
You have a receipt?
Yes, here. And I'm gonna quickly flash him the eviction notices, and then I stall them again.
He starts up again. Let me see that.
Hey, don't touch me!
And then you see this man walks up. Is there a problem here? This man's stealing my food.
This brood is taking me, and he's hurting me, and he tries to keep me here. I paid to this like a good citizen, and now he tries to scam me out of my food.
And you see as the man comes up and he gives the man a few gold coins and he says, "Allow him to eat. He's obviously in need,
Destitute.
destitute." And he goes over to you and looks over to you, and then you see the man who's selling the stuff. He's like, "Thank you, my lord," and he walks by and he goes here. And your name? He looks over to you, Fitz.
I'm looking at him. I'm looking at the other dude. I'm like, Jack Backle.
Jack, are you lying about your name?
No.
I thought your name was Fitz.
What do you mean? Fitz? Who's Fitz? Never heard of a Fitz.
No, I'm saying I'm in game. You gotta roll deception if you're gonna try to lie to him.
Oh yeah, of course. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Well, it's the 5th session. You don't know my name?
No, I know your name. I'm saying you're gonna have to lie.
I am lying. Obviously.
Alright, roll deception.
That's a 16 plus 5, 21.
21. Well, nice to meet you. And why are you in this time of need and destitute?
But what do you mean? I paid for this. Fair and square, like every halfling would. But
Obviously you did not. I paid for you.
No, I did. I know. I did. He just tries to scam. He's like this. He has been like this for years since his wife died. Anyway,
Oh my god.
yeah. Also, beside that, I'm currently working for a nice young lady in a trinket store, and she does not really have the resources to pay her employees. So I try to get some cheap deals, you know.
So you find yourself out here in a life of crime in order to so-called survive?
Maybe.
And he says, he goes up to you and he says, "If you're looking for a better line of work, you can always come meet me or give me a call." And he gives you this note and he starts walking off.
Okay, I'm gonna add the note to my inventory real quick.
So the note has
Find him.
the note is a it's literally just an image of kind of like a Cthulhu kind of creature, and it has like tentacles.
What type of creature?
Like a Cthulhu, like Cthulhu kind of creature
Oh,
looking.
Cthulhu. Okay.
Yeah, like Cthulhu looking. And it just has like tentacles coming out of its face and stuff, and it goes around in a circle, and then it has a location attached to it.
That awfully resembles a picture of the guild in Waterdeep. Anyway, do I know this picture on the note? Can we do a history investigation?
Yeah, you can do investigation.
Investigation. That is a 13.
You're not 100% sure, but it can be some type of working group. Well, you can say a working group of men or people or women that work in this town, and he just offers you some type of employment.
Okay.
And now we're gonna jump back. You may come back to the actual market once you realize that your friends are actually not there anymore.
Yep.
I guess who's the other person that can cook in this with us?
You want to try to find someone who can cook here?
Yes, one of my employee.
Or perhaps I have a solution, and I like pull open my coat side and floats out my living homunculus, and it's a wind-up toy of the mech that already has. So it's like a
Oh
little
my
tiny
god.
miniature toy
Yeah.
thing. And then I want to send it to fly and get the cookbook,
Let me see if I can do this
Huh.
real quick.
Okay.
because then we can just get ingredients based off the recipe without having to know how to cook ourselves.
All right, I entrust you to find the ingredients. I wanna.
Oh no,
explore a bit.
absolutely not.
What,
Yeah,
what?
I'm exploring a bit. So
Would you like?
you're gonna uh
Uh,
so you're gonna have to
what?
find the ingredients. I'm just getting the book, you know.
What is that thing behind us? I just drink.
That's my homunculus.
Oh, okay.
He's like, what? She's like, what the fuck is that thing behind us?
I imagine him like a little smaller, like an action figure.
Yeah, I can't even make him. I can't make him smaller than that.
Oh, okay. Just,
Let me see. Let me see if I can't. Yeah, it's the smallest I can make him.
oh, that's all good.
And
What do you mean as small as this game making? That's huge.
that's the small I can make that model specifically.
Don't worry.
So then, yeah, he looks over and are you telling it to go back to the store?
Yeah, well, because the store is right behind us.
Yeah. And you see, he comes like,
So I was
yes,
thinking,
yes,
I
my
need to
master.
go a mile away from
"What is your bidding, master?"
it. We need. Oh, I never actually read the book myself. Yeah, we need the cookbook from in the kitchen. I'm sure you can figure it out.
Book. What is my purpose?
Well, by day, you're my mere assistant, but at night, you're my fearless sidekick.
And he just like mid conversation, he just walks off.
Talked about this. Oh yeah,
He just walks off mid conversation. He goes and tries to go find a book.
Very
Alright,
well
perfect.
then. We
Bibbler says,
gave ourselves
"That's a cool
time
toy,
to-
Bib." Bibbler like toy.
Not yours. You're
What?
gonna have to ask, boss, if you want to touch it.
What does be so mean to Bibbler?
Absolutely not, by the way. But you know, I'm glad you appreciate the fine arts. And you're very well versed in the law as well, Bibbler. Perhaps you were meant for the logistic fields after all.
Bibbler knows his rights.
Indeed. And you have the right to climb the corporate ladder that is our shop.
Bibbler wants to own his own business.
And the better your resume, the more likely the bank is to put a loan in for you. I actually, in my other job, I work directly with a bank, and many occasions I can introduce you to set up a loan.
And then Bibbler like looks out, he looks down, and then he like starts writing on the ground. It says Bibbler and Co. And then it shows like a little bug, and it's like him like stabbing a bug.
And what would your company do?
Eat bugs.
Eat bugs?
Mm-hmm.
But you already do that.
Eat bug for money.
Oh. Perhaps there would be a more efficient way to get rid of bugs. We could talk about that. Oh look, my droid's back.
All right, roll. Yeah, your book. He comes back, and he comes back with a completely different book. It's not Geppetto's book. It's the log book with all your transactions.
Oh. I hand it to Bibbler, and I'm like, review these. Tell me what you think of the patterns that are in here, and we can see just how inclined towards logistics you are after all.
And Bibbler just looking over at the thing, and you see a few of the people in the market yelling at you guys. Not yelling at you guys, but offering. This guy specifically comes up. Are you looking to buy some pies? Pies for sale.
No. No, we're not.
No
I'm
need,
looking.
no need for the attitude, lady.
They just want to know what to buy.
I'm just trying
But
to make a living here.
Okay, but this customer is not interested.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I wasn't
looking
gonna
for-
sell to you anyway. And he like turns off. He turns around. He turns around. He turns around and starts working on his pies again. Fresh pies. Besides those people, fresh pies.
Well-
What? Can we get the correct book? What's wrong with your robot? Is it broken?
No, unfortunately, well, I would never read a cookbook, so I didn't know the name of the book myself.
And as you guys
And I
are,
come from behind.
yeah,
I
you
come
guys.
from behind and be like, yeah, you wouldn't understand it anyway.
Fitz,
I'm sure I'd understand it
you're-
just fine.
You just see Fitz just like
I-
jump over the wall and come over here.
Well,
I did it.
I was looking for you. We need someone who knows how to make fine cuisines and bring them back in store so we can eat more of it today and tomorrow.
Fine cuisines?
As you walk by,
Yes.
Voss, you go over there, and this guy comes over. Ah, anything pique your eye, pique your attention, eh?
Let's just say my attention is easily focused on, and I pull Artie's MasterCard.
Master what? Is what?
His MasterCard.
What do you mean a Mastercard? What is that?
It's like a Visa
I-
card.
I-
Oh no! Get the fuck out of here, fucking Mastercard.
oh wait, it's expired. It's worth the shit.
Cash on this, sorry, buddy.
If you're looking to buy some
never
wares or something for your tiny physique to handle, I sell everything here. And he shows like a dagger, and this is more for you. It's like a small dagger, and it has like a pink handle and has like a little embroidered butterfly on it. I think this is more your speed, boss.
Oh, that's more my speed. Allow me to look. And I'm gonna. And I gesture my hand,
Yeah.
like for him to hand it to me. And when he goes to hand it to me, I psychically remove it from his hand, because I do have psychic powers, calling back from the first episode. But since we didn't have our classes, my third eye was closed in my backstory subconsciously, but now it's open again. Well, I guess that didn't matter because we didn't stream that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I take it to psychically look, like hold it up. It functions as a mage hand, but
Okay.
invisible. And it's, like I don't need any components to do it.
And he looks at you
Uh,
like, oh, wow.
And then I pull. Well, that's not what I'm trying to impress him with.
Wow.
I pull out my magical tinkering tools
Mhm.
that Artie gave me, and
Okay.
I'm hoping this will like show him that like I'm more of a serious client than he thinks I am.
Okay,
to,
dude.
like,
Well, what would
Examine
you
it.
have to roll to? What are you gonna do to it
I
with the
mean-
tinkering tools?
I mean, like either Arcana, like I just want to like examine the quality to see like show him that like I know good stuff when I'm looking at it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're holding on to it, and you have like kind of like a pseudo magnifying glass,
'cause
and you're
my-
looking at it.
My subclass is like tied to like smithing, so I'm trying to show him like, hey, I'm one of you technically.
Yeah, and you start looking at it, and then you can denote that yeah, it's made out of weaker materials. It's just a like normal dagger.
My master wouldn't use this to pick his teeth, old man. You want to try again? And I hand the dagger back
You
to him.
insulted the work of the blacksmith. Holy shit.
Yeah, this is my. Hey man, this
It's
is
a
my
very
living.
blunt trade, blacksmithing.
If you're not here to buy anything, then you can just get out of here.
Oh, I'm here to buy it. I just assumed you were insulting me. I can see much more higher grade materials here, and I look at like the heaviest armor he has.
Yeah, it's just
what
regular.
was that?
It's just regular fucking plate mail.
This has caught my eye.
Yeah, I don't think you can I don't think you can handle that, honestly. And then he he goes up, he goes, let me grab something more your speed. Then he goes and he grabs like basic leather armor that looks like it was just found off the street, off a bandit possibly.
Of a dead bandit.
Yeah, I think this is more your speed right here. It gives you like, it's like hide armor.
Oh, hide armor is the
Yeah.
best medium armor you can get.
No, sorry, it's just leather armor. Sorry, I misspoke.
No, it's hide armor. You said hide armor.
Yeah, leather armor. Are you buying, or are you just gonna look at my stuff? What are you doing here?
Sir, you wound me. I've shown interest in this material, and you refuse to sell to me. Now, if you don't want to treat me like a customer, then I will be taking my business elsewhere.
How much you got?
This people, can I see the company card?
Excuse me. We need. First we need to find out how to make this delicious meal. Then we can buy whatever we want.
Moving you guys
Okay.
over here. As you are looking around, you can see that there's a bard who's singing, and there's a few people who are sitting there eating. You don't see a chef per se, but you do see a few people who are selling goods here in the market.
All I want to know is how to recreate that delicious meal I ate last night.
To use the book. You have more of the ingredients. You guys have it for about, I would say, a few
Well, you
more times.
just
Wait, do we have the
ask
book
the
yet?
one who cooked it.
You could ask someone who cooked it as well. That's also a possibility.
Look,
It's
Miss
sick.
Fleet, but the meal was well made, but I doubt it was the best recipe in that book.
I doubt it was
Hey.
just saying.
Like that
You
looked
think
like
there's-
something that people use in rations for a long voyage, if you get what I mean. So imagine what something better is.
What is that?
Like
You
the
know
world famous
something?
Geppetto's Meat Lover pizza.
Geppetto's meat.
Everyone
Okay.
of nobility knows the Meat Lover's pizza.
Uh-huh.
I will entertain this recipe you have in mind. Let's
Oh well,
Purchase
I don't know it.
ingredient.
I just know the meal
okay,
itself.
Let's go back to this.
So when are we finding a Papa Geppetto's restaurant?
Maybe, maybe not.
Vince, can you recall the ingredients we need to find for that exquisite meal we had last night?
Yeah, that's easy. So we need bread, we need minced meat, or in general some kind of meat. We need beer, a lot of beer, a bit more beer, flour, cheese, and a tiny bit amount of beer.
Oh, that's a lot of beer.
hmm
Uh,
As you guys look, you guys can see that there's an ale market right there.
okay, let's find it then. I want to relive that experience again.
Yeah, it's right here.
But you guys did say that the shop does have some blacksmithing equipment. Does the shop have a forge?
Oh, it does not actually at the moment. You can maybe get like
Where's
yourself.
the beer?
It's over here.
It doesn't have a forge.
And then as you
How am I supposed to make glass?
as you go over there, he's like, more customers, and you see him walk from the armory shop, and he comes over here to this side.
Oh wow.
Trying to buy some beer, huh? Or ale.
Yeah, but it has to be the right one.
What are you
So
looking for?
I, as a professional barbarian who has earned his name, Fitz Bumbledrink, by Xing all the beer and ale that was there, of course have an exquisite taste of which beer is the right one, and I will display in game what I mean. Well, it should be it should have a full taste that you taste the herbs, but it should not be too bitter. But it should also have enough alcohol that you know, oh, this is ale.
And he's like, okay, take this. And then he gives you a bottle. It's like, try that.
Okay, I'm gonna take a sip from it.
It's just regular ale. The most basic type of ale.
Nah. You have something less bitter and more flavor?
Where do you think you are right now?
I'm at the market at a stand with ale and different sorts of alcohol.
Do you really think that I have time to make all these different types of ale? I just make ale.
Ugh.
Well, I guess we don't really have any more purpose here then, I guess.
Yeah, and then
that
as
explains
you
why he needs- that explains why he needs 2 shops to maintain his money.
oh
Anyway,
my god.
And continue walking and strolling across the market.
You see Bibbler and he starts running. He starts running straight across and he goes over and he like heads over here and he's pointing at the big tent. And as he walks over here, he's like, you see a frog folk looking at you guys. Interest frog folk. Interested in your future. I know it already.
God.
And he sees he's scrying this orb and he has a bunch of crystals here.
I'm just gonna look at him and I'm more interested in like the crystals as he got, and I'm just gonna say, I can see that all of your crystals seem to be. Could I make like a? Is there like a check I could make to see whether the crystals are of good quality, as the glass blower will deals with
Yeah,
stuff
do a
like
nature.
that, I guess.
Nature would be fine.
Nature check. I have -1 in int. It's fine. I got a 14.
14. Yeah, you can tell these are crystals that are most likely found in the Underdark.
Can we do a check for Bibbler? It sounds
Are they-
fun.
Are they of high quality or are they like lower quality?
Yeah, they're probably the lower quality kind, but it's been here for a while. Like he's had this shop here for a while.
No, friend. I can see that. I'm not interested in future. I know that my god Latender has great stuff planned for me, but I can see that their crystals seem to be of lower quality and they are not refined properly.
What does that have to do with me telling you your future?
Well, I can see that the only refined crystal that you have is your crystal ball in the middle. And
Bibbler's just there.
recently-
He's just there, like he's on the ground. He's like eating. He's like biting his leg like a dog.
you see, recently I am a glass blower in town, and I can also work with crystals as also a jewel crafter by nature, or by craft, I guess.
Whoa! Welcome, don't doubt Clay. I wonder who that is. And he looks over to you and he says, "Are you trying to sell me something? Do you want your future or not?"
No, I'm
Can
just
we
saying that
Iris.
Then he
decide. Can we get
yeah, he
Bibbler's
walks
future?
he walks over, he walks past and he's like, "Ma'am, would you like to know your future?"
No, I want to know this creature's future.
And he looks Bibbler up and down while he's biting his leg. It's like, sure, we can do him. 5. It's going to be 20
5 what?
silver pieces.
20 silver. We do rations at our shop.
20 silver pieces, or you won't find out.
Do we have that much? How much do we?
Voss, how much money we got?
Well, I have 0.
I also have 0. Everyone has 0.
Everyone's
That's why I don't
talking-
understand the way to the market. but
In,
it's
in
okay.
terms of money, we've made no money.
Yeah, because you guys did make money and then it got
Haven't-
taken.
Did get taken.
What kind of people come to a market with no money? And he turns around.
Yeah.
And Bibbler,
That's, by the way, the reason why I started stealing on the other market.
Take care if you want.
Bibbler runs off. You see Bibbler and he runs off. He's like, and you see he goes up to the
Great.
tent.
Where'd he go now?
He's in front of the tent.
now then, I guess someone should take care of him.
Yes, Iris. I think you're the perfect person to do that.
I forgot to put my fucking
Ta-ta.
notes in here.
You know,
Well, Iris.
while I am a cleric of Latender and respect our life, I do believe I was meant for better things than babysitting a goblin, but
It's
if
a
you
live
insist,
creature.
you're
You're
not wrong
changing this
there, but
person's future. Isn't it meaningful to change someone's future?
Yeah.
Can I convince? Can I convince?
And you see his Bibbler is he's outside the tent and he's just like scratching his leg and he's pointing at you and he's pointing at the rest of the group to come hither. Bibbler knows this
Okay,
place.
well then we might as well.
Voss, are you coming as well or are you just hanging out over there?
I'm trying to teleport both of my things at the same time.
Teleport what two things?
And my guys. But it
Oh,
won't let me.
okay. Yeah, you can only do one at a time.
Alright.
And as you go up to the massive tent, it says Juno Extraordinaire.
Anyone know anything about the shop?
And then you see Bibbler and he just opens the door and he goes in.
I'm
Is-
gonna follow him quickly.
And as you walk in, you enter a massive space and it's adorned with bed and a bunch of jewels and stuff around and a few rugs. And as soon as Bibbler walks in, he is halted by a man in full armor. What are you doing in here? Bibbler knows this place. What does it have to do with anything? What are you doing in here? And you see as a tiefling female walks up. She's like, Ross is completely fine. Just let him in. And he gets rid of, stops holding Bibbler and he lets him in. And throw yourselves in there. Welcome to my bazaar. I'm happy to see that everything was to your liking, I imagine. I am Juno. I am the owner.
What do you sell?
This whole market, this whole bazaar is mine.
Oh. Oh, well,
That's
this creature
Columbia.
thinks he knows you. What's your relationship with him?
And he looks over. She looks over at him and is like, is that? Oh, Bibbler! That's Bibbler! And Bibbler comes up and he walks up. I'm Bibbler. Ah, yeah, Granny Apple. Granny Apple used to always bring him out here sometimes. How are you, Bibbler?
I'm
Bibbler bad. And he looks over, he's like, they try to kick me from my house.
I didn't know. I did not. That's
You try
a
to-
bad
you-
way of phrasing it.
You guys were attempting to remove Bibbler from his own residence?
We were trying to set him free. He was stuck in our attic for a while.
Bibbler not stuck.
I think it's-
Bibbler lived there.
Well, to explain the confusion, as to my understanding, I have not been with these people for long, but Miss Apple Fleetfoot is a heiress to Miss Granny Apple, who was the previous owner of the shop, and it seems that Bibbler here was employee of sorts to her, and we didn't know about him because apparently Granny Apple disappeared and nobody really knows where she has been for a while now. So
Wait, does
And-
that
and
mean
he-
Dribbler is my employee?
Bibbler work.
He
Bibbler
said he
work
wanted a
good.
job, and
And who might you be? Oh, I know exactly who you are. You recently lost your shop.
yes, I've had glassblower shops. I believe I recently actually gave you a batch of some of my glass jewelry, if that's correct.
Yeah, I recall you coming around here a few times. The jeweler has been using most of it. Sorry to hear about your business.
Well, it's alright. Well, it seems that, I mean, sometimes stuff goes bad in life, but I believe that as long as I live my life towards my tenants, stuff will look up eventually.
Hmm.
Even if
You
I'm
really think
currently
that?
on babysitting duty of this goblin, which
All you people from the cloth are so delusional. That's not how things work around here. You get what you get, and you don't get upset.
oh, don't worry, I don't believe that everything will come to me with just, belief. I know I have to put in my hard work. While I am a person of belief, I also am a person who knows how this world works and know that to get somewhere in life you have to put in your own work,
And
which is
he
why I opened the glass blower shop.
looks over to Voss, and you are. What is a nobleman doing in my shop? They never come this far.
Oh, for for the time being, you can see me as a simple, humble employee.
Hmm. Nobility working inside of Granny Apple's store? Now that's a joke.
I
Actually,
worked my way to the top once, so why not do it again for fun?
he's providing our income.
Providing your income. Why aren't you selling
I
stuff for the shop? Aren't you the owner now, Apple?
Yes, we are looking for more exquisite stuff actually, and also to fill my stomach. Do you know any great recipes around here?
Hmm. I can maybe lead you to one of my chefs over here.
Perfect.
Well, why would I do that? What do I get out of it?
Uh, can I do a perception check?
Yeah, you do a
Oh,
perception check.
what he could be missing?
Missing what?
Okay, maybe from his attire. What can I get? What's his interest from his attire? What is wearing?
You can tell that kind of living here for a while. Everything is done through business in here. No matter how good or bad, everything is transactional. Something for something.
Well, Juno, let's make a deal of sorts. Because
Okay.
I recently lost my shop, you might as well know that I do not really have much to my name. But what you do also know is that my jewelry does sell relatively well around here, at least to my knowledge. But you might probably have the statistics more well down. So, I have a proposition to make. Obviously, we all have our trade secrets, so we're asking for, well, not a few trade secrets. I guess, well, Apple here wanted some recipes, so we could make we're an adventure shop at first, which means that, some ration recipes would be great for adventures. Something that lasts long and but also tastes decent. And my offer to you for it is, well, I also one more thing I would want is some materials for my glass blower work, and as my reward to
I'm an
you,
Avenger, not an
as
Okay.
my reward to you, the next batch I'm obviously going to make. I want the materials for two batches of my jewelry. The one of the batches will go directly to you. The second batch I'm going to sell myself, and then I'm going to give you the money necessary for the material. The first batch, being the batch that you will get for free, as a token of gratitude for your secrets and as a entrustment per se. How does that sound?
Hmm. Ponders over it. She looks over and thinks about it. And you see as she goes over here and lounges on the chair. And she says, "You're trying to make a deal with me, Juno, the owner of the bazaar, in my own place. And you are at the disadvantage right now, and that's all you're going to offer me?"
I'm pretty sure my offer was quite generous. I mean, what I'm asking for you is 2 batches worth of material, which I am going to pay for eventually once I sell one of those batches. And the other batch will go completely to you for free without the usual cost of the work that I would put into it. I would say that's a pretty generous offer.
Anything can be generous, but it's not advantageous for me. I have a worker. You've probably met Misty. She's my glass worker. She sells and moves my jewelry around here. What use do I have from that? And it seems as if I am at the advantage here. I have information that you'd possibly need or want. I own the bazaar. I need something more. And he looks over to the noble guy. What about your little robot over there?
Oh, where is he?
I think he's hidden, or he got stuck somewhere.
Oh, I had him posted
He's
at the
outside.
door. I don't see
Yeah,
him.
you can
out.
put him. Is he outside?
He was outside a second ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll grab him in a second. Well, she's pointing at your robot.
Oh, he got glitched into the ceiling. I see him.
Okay, you got him.
Yeah. I can bring him in. Absolutely not. First of all, I wasn't a part of these negotiations, so I don't know why you brought me into it.
Well, you guys are all a team, aren't
secondly-
you?
Oh, yeah, but I wasn't offering my stuff. Also, it's magically tied to me. Like, I wouldn't want to accidentally scam you by making a new one and he would just disappear and reappear in front of me.
Scamming. Huh. What a funny term.
Do you want to take this creature in front of us?
Bibbler?
Mm-hmm.
Creature? You know he does have a name.
Bibbler, yeah.
No, it's the creature now.
I mean, I want to try and like whisper to Apple and I'll be like, Miss Fleetfoot, she clearly is fond of Bibbler based off her reaction to you almost kicking him out. Maybe show him some more respect. If you offend her now, our negotiations will be ruined. And look, I more often than not, I am appreciative of your blunt attitude. Even your cold-hearted nature is admirable in some instances. But when it comes to business negotiations, absolutely not.
So funny. We got two people who've entered the bazaar, coming for my help, and both of you have been attacked, and both of your shops have been destroyed. Quite a predicament, and I quite find it quite hilarious, actually.
This Bibbler is our friend, I think.
Oh, is he from the?
Kinder to us.
You called him a creature earlier. Are you sure he's your friend?
I call everyone a creature.
Oh, okay. Roll deception then.
8.
8?
That's not very deceptive.
Oh my.
We've clearly wasted your time. Perhaps.
She looks over to Apple and says, Granny was never like that. Are you really gonna, you know, tore her name just like that around the city, lying to Juno?
What did Granny do? What was Granny like?
Granny was extremely respectable around Hayliff. She ran this. She ran a lot of the work over here. A lot of missions and things that have occurred around here were all due to Granny and her adventurers. Are you not trying to take the mantle?
I guess I am. You guys could give me more respect since I am related to Granny.
Respect is not something that we give around here for free. It has to be earned. You haven't gone up there,
Just like
Missy.
nodding my head when she's saying that.
Okay, what is it that we need to do to gain your respect?
You tell me, what else do you have to offer? I give you
And,
information, very valuable information, might I say. And what are you gonna do for me?
Touche. We can also give you valuable
Well,
information.
we would give you something even more valuable.
Like
Something
what?
every businessman or businesswoman desires. Business. You just said it yourself. We're taking the mantle. So what do you think is going to happen once we've removed the cancer that plagues this city? People will be able to thrive, actually keep their money that they earned, and then where are they going to take that money? To you. It's a win in the long run.
You really believe that this city thriving
I know it.
is what gives me my money and my power? I'm quite delusional for a nobleman.
I think it makes it a lot nicer.
And
And
as
when you're so comfortable in a life of lavish, the smaller stuff becomes easier to notice. Attention to detail, the keen eye for a prospective business viewer, like I like to call it, natural hard work.
And then as you say that, she gestures her hands and the knights move into formation and they start blocking the door.
What's happening?
What do you think, Bibbler? And Bibbler walks up.
I'll give you food.
Bibbler, how do you feel about them, Bibbler? Are they trustworthy? Are they gonna ruin my business and my empire here? Or am I giving them a chance? And you see as these knights move in. And Bibbler looks back and forth and then looks at you, Apple. Bibbler don't know. Bibbler think maybe. Bibbler not sure. I think to get the information that you require, I need you to do something for me. How do you feel about that?
I don't see an issue with that. Personally, it's up to the rest of my friends, but I want to go, even if you don't want to give us this information, I would still like my part of the deal to be fulfilled. I gave you my deal, but whether you include the information that I ask for them, that's up to you. At this point, it's not up to me anymore. It's up to what they offer to you for that information extra. But I would still like my materials for my work. And I'm gonna be honest now. We both know Misty. I as a fellow competitor, you as your personal glassblower. And I know we have only seen mostly each other through your suppliers and messages, but I've seen Misty's work, and I'm gonna be honest, it's quite mediocre per se. And I mean, I don't mean to insult a fellow worker in the craft, but let's just say that her work wouldn't turn the heads of nobles per se.
And do you have anything
And-
to even show me?
Well, I believe my last batch is still has been recently in your shelves and has been selling. Is that not true?
Here or there.
And we both know from, jewelry crafting is a high-end business, and a single high level payer, a customer, high-level customer,
I'm gonna tell
is
you the
willing-
truth about something.
pay much more than the commoner.
You believe the value of your work, which is great and all. we have to understand where you are. We're in Mage Heights. This is the lower income area of Halif Town. Do you really believe people are out there trying to find jewelry, or you think they're trying to survive and eat food? Just like your friend Bibbler over here. Look at him, he's famished. And she gestures over to one of the knights. Please grab Bibbler some food. And he goes over. He goes over and grabs a few rations and stuff and gives it to Bibbler. And you see Bibbler, he's just on the ground. He just starts eating it just like a freaking animal.
Bibbler, you need to
Well.
chew slowly. It's been too long since you've eaten solid food.
He showered, by the way.
You are right in the sense that this is a lower income neighborhood, but as you might know, because of Granny's shop and its reputation, a lot of adventurers do pass through this area as well. And we both know that adventurers can be quite a interesting bunch of folks, whether it is, I mean, you've seen some that have. I've seen in my time selling jewelry, I've seen adventurers with more money than even the highest of end of nobles. And, well, let's just say they don't really. Let's just say they do appreciate the finer stuff in life sometimes.
You really do live in a world of illusions. Just because we require jewelry and it's a finer art, not everyone requires it to live and sustain themselves. Maybe that's why your shop failed. Maybe it wasn't even necessary for them to burn it down and destroy it. Maybe it was just destined to fail.
No shop is destined to fail. I learned that.
I would like to inform you that my shop was doing very well.
Oh, you
Better
really
than
think so?
all of your little jewelry stalls combined.
And you see her audibly start laughing, just like ridiculously laughing super hard. I own this part of the town. What do you own? Nothing.
I own my granny apple golden shack.
Yeah, you
Okay,
do.
isn't it?
You do own an important part of Halif Town. But how about you tell your cat to control its tongue before it speaks to me? I will think about your venture and what you'll do. And maybe I might give you the ingredients to make what you need. But
you will?
from looking at it now, I think I'm going to supply your cat over here with 2 sets of ingredients, or the materials necessary to make some jewelry, and you're just gonna give both of them to me. How does that sound?
Well,
Uh,
if I'm gonna be honest, that doesn't make sense to me because, well, I wouldn't have enough income necessary to get a new badge. It
Hmm.
just seems like a.
What if I
extortion.
told you I know who burned down your shop?
You do?
What if? And what if I could tell you where to find these people and maybe get some of your items back that necessary for you to continue working?
It does seem interesting as a proposal, but in my perspective, this can only be so far. All I know is that you could be lying to me. You could be just. Can I do actually
Insight?
Can I do insight? Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
natural 16, but if I can, I'm
Yeah.
gonna roll.
Try to see if you roll higher.
No, I didn't roll higher. I got a 10.
Okay, with a natural 16, you can tell that Juno is built just for straight business. So, from what you can see, she's not lying about anything she's saying. She's trying to get to a good deal, knowing that she's at an advantage.
So what you're saying is you want to change the deal. The deal being
He's operating in bad faith.
The current deal being 2 batches, with one of them going to you for free and the other going to me, with the materials being paid for by me after I sell my other batch.
No, I want both your
Two-
batches.
No, wait, that was my deal. And your deal now is 2 batches with me not paying for the materials but giving you the entirety of the 2 batches, doing
Correct.
the work for free. For the
Oh, is it possible I do-
information, for the information of where some of the stolen stuff from my old shop might be.
And for vengeance, of course.
Oh, is it possible
No.
I do stealth and look around materials that might interest this?
I would say it'd be kind of difficult to stealth with Juno and 4 knights staring at you.
Mm. No,
Mm,
no.
No, I still take the risk.
You're gonna think it's still gonna... Okay, stealth at disadvantage.
No, Juno, we both know that my faith does not take revenge as one of its tenets, but I do have to admit that those bandits
What did you
that have
roll?
been burning-
A 10.
A 10. Yeah, Nathaniel is talking, and then Juno just looks over to Apple and says, "What are you doing?"
These seems really messy. I thought maybe I could clean them up.
Ross, can you keep an eye on her? And you see as one of the knights moves up and pushes you away, pushes you back to the center.
But
Hey, easy, pal.
This is
you
the
don't need
deal
me
that we're
to
going with.
clean.
You were gonna help me with my problem. These bandits that are somewhat an issue for you as well. You're gonna give me both these batches that I require. And if you do a good enough job and come back alive, then I'll think about giving you more information.
Can I do a perception check
On what?
Okay,
on the
I have one final
furnitures
proposition. I have one final proposition to make.
Okay.
papers?
As you might know, we have lost everything. So, if we are to take down these bandits, we will need supplies, adventuring supplies, basic weapons, maybe some basic armor. I believe that is a... Let's just say that it's gonna be a reward for taking the bandits down. Assuming we do take them down. And, adventuring, basic adventuring gear does not go that deep into your pockets. Because I know you could afford hundreds, if not thousands, of sets of those.
Interesting offer. Alright. I'll give you your basic needs. Understand that what I give you is on loan. So I'll require it back depending on your work. And if I need to call upon you again for something else, I know where to find you. And I'll remember that you are on loan. And she comes down and so is that the deal we're going to make? You do what I need to do. 2 batches of your finest work. And I'll tell you the location where these bandits are.
Of course. Why not? I mean, it does still feel like it is a bit of a disadvantageous deal for me, but you did say, which I do agree is true, you currently have the leverage to be able to make such a deal. So, I am willing to accept it.
And recipe. Iris, don't forget.
What recipe are you speaking of?
Oh, well,
Something exquisite.
yeah, we wanted some recipes for new ration types for adventurers. It's a minor thing.
Come back alive and I'll tell you
Why-
more about what you need. And then she looks over to Apple and says, maybe I'll even tell you why your shop is so important.
What
Oh,
is it?
look, wait. You just lost your leverage. The shop's important. We have stuff you want.
Oh, I don't want anything to do with that shop. I'm saying others
Nope,
have a
you-
view on that.
Also, you said her trinkets were useless, but then immediately tried to rip her off the deal and get double of what she was originally offering. So they also mean something to you too.
The trinkets is just to see how well she works. That's all I want to see.
But I thought you said you received them before from her.
Oh yeah, we've gotten a few here and there. I want to see something better.
Well,
But it's still good.
Juno, you do know I take my job very
I think
seriously.
I think you're getting exploited. Huh?
Oh, you just figured that out right now.
Iris.
Obviously, they're getting
Oh,
exploited,
you just
but
figured that out now. He says. Maybe once you've lived here long enough, you realize how this town works. I'm gonna allow you to leave with your life intact, but Just be aware. This is how the deal stands. We're not changing anything else.
What did you offer him?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like my vote's to not take any deal at all.
Well, I offered for information about the bandits. I offered 2 batches of my glassworking.
It seems as if the cat is the only one giving a bunch of stuff away. The cat is the only one taking the hit.
Yeah, if you
Fine.
make that, well, 'cause she's trying to use all of us to do stuff for her. So we're all
Well, I
taking a
mean,
hit.
I have stuff to gain from it. Obviously, I can get a bunch of my old equipment back,
Mhm.
which is great.
But she says she wants us to get the bandits for her anyway.
This is true, but again,
So you
the
don't owe her anything for that information. She's about to give it to us so that we can solve a problem for her.
You are correct there, but currently they have the leverage of also being able to kill us if they wanted, most likely. I mean, we wouldn't go down without a fight. But
I'd
I
run
would-
away.
I would not want this to turn into a bloodbath in the middle of a day on a bazaar. That is just bad for business for everyone, obviously. So, right now, as it stands, it's 2 batches of my work for basically the materials, which is gonna take me about, well, 2 batches take about a week or so, which I can manage to go a week without being paid for my work.
And if the batches go well and I like it, we can speak further on the matter. But for now, go do my bidding.
Now, before I leave, I would like one last information about my work related.
Mhm.
What has been any trends on the market? What has been the most sold items? I take my job seriously, and even though I want to spit in your face right now for what you offer, I still want to make sure that my work
I think
I
you
s-
should.
I
still
think you
wanna
should.
I still want to make sure that my work is top notch. Being the best glass blower around.
And she hears you say that, and she audibly laughs again. You really are full of yourself. Just do the job and come back alive, and then we'll talk about more information.
Can I do perception check
On what?
the scattered papers?
Yeah, you do
But-
perception.
About?
Out of character to explain what I basically just asked what's the most sold jewelry type around, just so I could make mostly those and not
Correct.
just some that didn't sell recently.
Yeah, and she's not going to give you the information
16.
either.
Just doesn't want to.
Nope.
In that case, it's not my fault if the batch sells poorly. That's,
Yeah.
too fucking bad.
Yeah. You got a
I'm
16, you
lucky
said?
for you.
Yep, 16.
Yeah, you can tell that there's just a bunch of books. There's a few business books, a bunch of ledgers, and a few tomes in there as well. Possibly magical, of nature, maybe not.
Oh, can I steal something from this night?
The knight is staring straight at you, not letting you move.
I'm just like, so what kind of stuff sells recently so I could make you stuff that sells? And he's just like, no.
No, it's a she. She's like, I don't really care.
No.
Do I really look
So,
like... Oh, she's gonna look at you and say, do you really think I'm really... You think I'm hurting with money? It's not really what I care about. What I care about is respect, and I want to see what you're capable of. I'll give you what you need when you come back. And Bibbler's just like eating. He's still eating. He's just eating everything.
Let's go before people notice.
Once you learn how the world works and how this town works, then maybe you can put yourself in a higher position and ask for better things. But for now, go do my bidding. And she grabs all the gestures so the knights start pushing you guys out.
We can walk by ourselves, thank you.
And yeah, they just start like pushing you out. And Bibbler, and she goes to Bibbler and then gives Bibbler a piece of paper. Be safe, Bibbler. And Bibbler goes out.
I think
Door.
we should leave those materials at this door, and we never interact with her again. my vote.
I've
Bibbler
never
comes
made
up.
an agreement.
Bibbler comes out. Juno's so nice. I love it. I love Juno.
After I
You
get
can
out
stay
of
with
the
She's so
Juno.
nice. That's the reason I was so confident. I didn't actually feel in danger the whole time. She was fond of Bibbler and friendly with Granny Fleetfoot to some extent. So I doubt she would actually interfere with her already marked successors. She's in the market that the adventuring guild that recruited us to be those successors works under, or or forget. Yeah, I don't think we're in danger, and I think it was a bad deal.
Yeah, it was a bad deal.
Yeah.
100%. We are aware.
As I'm gonna walk out of
Boss
the
is trying to
tent,
convince the party not to take the deal.
Oh, you
I'm
guys
gonna
took it
walk-
already.
As I'm walking out of the tent,
I said I didn't want to.
I wanna spit on like in front of the tent, just on the ground, just
Yeah, you can.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you can.
I'm just gonna like talk to her. I'm gonna be like, well, you see, things aren't as simple around here. Now, in the tent there might have been 4, knights protecting it, whatever. Trust me, Juno has way more than that. Juno has everywhere because she kind of controls this district, being one of the richest people in here. That's the thing you learn. The poorer a district is, the more the rich are able to rule it. Which, realistically, if she offered a job to any common folk, we could get our shop burned down again. So, even though, yes, the deal was bad, we know it was bad, but I would rather not cause trouble and take a bad deal than risk fighting an all-out war in this district.
But we
I'm
will
saying
get
I don't think there
respect
would be a war at all.
by ignoring that.
Ignoring what?
Yeah, I'm saying I don't. She benefits from us just being ourselves. Like I don't think she would actually start a war with us.
Maybe, maybe not.
You're a naive person to think that you'd be surprised people do way worse things for a little bit of success. And I do not believe Juno is the type of person to be above those things.
Right. Well, I'm clearly outvoted, so I will assist in any way that I can.
And at the end of the day, I am the one mostly taking a hit here, seeing as it's my profession that I am going to be.
Well, it's all our lives as we attack bandits underprepared.
And you see
the whole point
the
we were here was to get the resources we needed to adventure,
and you see
instead we got an
the
adventure without resources.
you see as the man who was selling you the stuff, he comes up to you and says, Juno said I had to talk to you.
Okay. What is it? Speak.
She said that she's loaning out basic necessities for you guys for adventuring.
Oh yes, that is what we need. And yes, she did say that.
Alrighty. And then he goes back and he's gonna bring you back. You guys go back to his little shop. And Bibbler is already there, and Bibbler's looking at him. Bibbler goes up to him. He says, "I want the shiny armor. I want to be a knight. Bibbler is a knight." Bibbler, yeah, I don't
Bibbler.
think you can really handle that. Anyway, you guys are good to pick up one weapon, one common piece of armor that you would, like to use.
Well, I mean, I probably guess that we could get normal leather, not studded. So
Yeah, you get normal leather.
Probably take the short sword.
Yeah, you can take anything that's a common item for you. You can even take like a quarterstaff apple, depending, because you're a monk. Depending on what you want to do. You also do have your nunchakus as well.
say I'm experienced at it.
Yeah, you gotta see what your good what weapons you're able to use. I think it's regular martial weapons.
Yeah, you go to
Would that be
proficiencies and training tab in on your character sheet.
proficient? Wait, where is it?
Proficiencies and training. Are you on D&D Beyond?
Yep, I'm on my characters page.
On your what page?
Character.
Character.
Wait,
I'll tell you right
Oh.
now.
Yeah.
I can.
wait,
What
that is.
am I doing? I can go over here. Allow me to look. Let's go back. Campaigns. We're actually gonna probably take a quick little break real quick. Take a 5 minute so you guys can look at what items you want to receive and all
Yeah,
that.
because
You guys are gonna be here for a
I
little bit.
gotta look up what the simple weapons are too.
Yep. But we'll be right back, guys. All right, and we're back. We got what they needed. You guys are able to equip your armor, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then Bibbler is going to give Apple the paper that he received from Juno.
What is this? Tell me it's good news and food I can eat.
Bibbler says, Bibbler, Juno, give me this. Juno, trust me. Juno, trust me.
Can I look at it and see what it is?
Yeah, it talks about the location of the band camp right outside of town. And where they were last seen.
So important.
While we're on the topic of giving notes, I'm gonna pull out the note I got from Bibbler yesterday that's about him from Granny Apple. I'm gonna give it to Apple.
Ready?
I forgot to give you this yesterday.
Can I read it?
Yeah. You want to give her a brief excerpt of what it said?
It's a note about how Granny is basically telling her story about how she saved Bibbler from a noble who was abusing him as a slave, basically. So she saved him from there and let him live in the attic, basically, as an employee.
Huh. My granny was a compassionate person. Oh.
And then Bibbler hears you say that, it's like, yeah, like, not like you. Mean to Bibbler.
Excuse me, I can change. I want to be granny.
It can always be worse, Bibbler. Can never be better.
Granny is my inspiration, so I aspire to be her. If she's compassionate, I will try and do that, I guess.
Sick. So you see that on the note it talks about where the last location are for the bandit. So you guys can decide if you guys want to go do that, or you can try to maintain the shop for a day or two.
Oh, do we get anything from doing the quest?
That's the deal you guys have made with Juno. That's what you're getting.
If we succeed in this quest, we get all of this gear for free, and we get some of our stolen stuff back because we were allowed to keep everything the bandits have on them.
I don't really have any stolen. Well, maybe you have some stolen.
Juno also
So,
did promise to give
Miss
Apple
Fleepa,
more.
this is the part where we claim unclaimed items as stolen
Mhm.
and add them to the
Yeah.
shop inventory. I have the ledger right here.
I am kind of.
Oh, I have to come up with a name for my robot. I didn't even think of that.
Isn't that what Granny did before? She would go out on adventures, and anything she would find, she would put in her shop to sell.
I'm feeling compassionate.
Yeah, and
I
then
will
Bibbler
become
opens up
and
the
help
book.
you.
Says yes, yes,
I-
yes, and he goes and he opens his big book. And he goes to one of the exhibits, he shows it, and he opens it in front of Voss. He's like, yes, 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 and it's a whole thing about tax evasion.
You really are meant for this line of work. Fiddler. All right. See, look. Now, I must admit, Miss Fleepa, I did take an oath in my time away to not rip off businesses, but the government is a corporation that is exempt from that promise. So there's much that we can learn from this book here.
Okay.
The gang commits tax evasion.
No, it's legal loopholes to gain tax cuts of free.
And then you see the worker. He looks over. He's like, man, I need to go find myself a goblin. It's like,
But he's one of a kind.
does your taxes? That's crazy.
I'm surprised too.
Saul Bibbler. Gotta call Bibbler. Gotta call Bibbler. All right, so we go back to the shop, and then you guys decide if you guys want to go do that right now or if you want to do it later on. You did have a full rest, so whatever key points or things you're missing, make sure you give yourself a full rest.
I might take a break for a while.
Oh, do you need to go somewhere?
No, my friends just asking me to play.
Oh, we
I'm
might. Yeah, we
hungry.
might be ending it
I mean,
anyway.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
2.5
I wanna
hours.
We're missing people.
I wanna take a break. Well, like a day, cause so I can do my infusions on myself.
Yeah, just let me know. Yeah, so if you guys are gonna take a day, we'll say that you guys are coming back to the shop, and we're going to normal day in the shop. You guys are selling a few things, and then we'll wait for the rest of the clowns in order to do the other quest I was given to you by Juno. Just remember to remind them.
Oh, one last thing I forgot before we left the bazaar. I'll be visiting Misty for the glassblower supplies.
Oh yeah, Misty would she would gracefully just like give it to you because Juno probably directed her to.
Yeah. Even if we do have quite a bit of rivalry, I'm sure.
Yeah, so she has to listen to Juno regardless.
Oh,
Alrighty, so you guys get yourself prepared, do whatever you're gonna need, and then we'll say that it's going to be one day of business that occurs, and some customers come in, and you're able to sell some normal things that you guys had, whatever was in your inventory that you're able to sell. We'll say you guys got like, 10 gold within the whole day,
nice. Huge.
because you guys really, your inventory really isn't that big, you know.
Honestly, 10 gold for now. Business is booming.
Yeah, business is doing well.
Oh, my robot's name is ICJ for Ironclad Junior.
Jesus Christ. Ironclad Junior. I thought you were gonna name him RDJ for fucking Robbie Downey Jr.
Oh no.
Alrighty, so we're gonna end it here, and I know we did it a different time this week where we played, but we're gonna switch it back to Fridays, 6 p.m. Eastern time. That's what we're gonna do. And it was
Hey.
good to see you guys all, and I'll see you guys later.